Well, guys, welcome back to Churn Farms. It is day 17 of late summer, and I've got some bad news. Um, we are in pretty, pretty dire situation here. Remember when I talked about the fact that we didn't hit 50 degrees before um, the end of early summer, and the first day of midsummer we were at 50-degree ground temp, but not before? Well, take a look at the field in front of you. It is a total loss. We have lost all of our corn and all of our soybeans. Let's take a look. It's just done. We're just, well, we're in some pretty dire straits at the moment. So we were going to use the corn, obviously, for the BGA, for our winter revenue. We were going to use the corn to top off our fermentation silos. We were going to use the corn to shell for the pigs, and look at that, dead. We're going to use the soybeans just to supplement our income because they have a good payout. But well, it's all done. So we're gonna have to step back and punt and try to figure something out. Same situation with the field in front of us. Same situation with the big cornfield down by the BGA. So, well, we're gonna have to figure something out here. It may mean that we need to basically completely. Well, we just might have to close up shop and take what we can get and move on because we're done. We don't have any. We won't have any corn for our pigs, so we really can't keep the pigs. So we're gonna have to probably sell the pigs off. We're not gonna be able to. Well, I don't know if we're gonna have silage through winter and into spring or not. So, you know, we might not be able to properly feed our cows. So the first thing we're going to do today is, well, we're going to sell the forage harvester because we don't need it anymore. We're not going to be able to obviously chop any corn thing. That's pretty much why we were keeping it around. So the guys down here at the shop were kind enough to let us keep it stored there. Prepare and sell it. Right. Let's close up the door here. And what we need to do now is the folks down at the BGA told me that the silage we put down there to ferment is ready to go. So we need to get ourselves a wheel loader. And we need a nice silage fork. Because we're going to spend some time down there basically trying to recoup our losses from the corn and the soybeans. Right. Won't need play on this. Hold up our forks. And we'll need to see if we can't corral somebody to help us by bringing our pickup truck. All right, let's head on down to the BGA and I guess just see what we got going on down here. I'm still reeling from our gamble. We totally gambled that we would have good air temperature or good ground temps, and well, we did not. In fact, take a look at that ground temp right now. It's only 50 degrees. We've had ourselves a very, very mild winter or a summer. I think is it global warming? Isn't that what they say? That global warming causes it to be cold. So let's look at the forecast. Not that it really matters much, but 66, 68, 64, ooh, 70. I think the highest we've seen it all summer long so far is maybe 74 for one day. But look at these cold lows. 46, 49, 48, 57. That's the low for the day after the big hot one. So we really haven't seen the temperatures this year at all. Our canola field, and here's our sad. All that corn completely lost. That was going to pad our bank account so well, but alas, you can't have it all. And in fact, it seems like we can't have much. So we're just gonna put this on in here. Side. I'm thinking it might be easier to unload from the other side. Given that we got the shed there and the way building. Wondering if it'll be easier to swing around from here. Unload. It's a longer drive, isn't it? But we'll figure that out here in a little bit. Just cut that off and head on over here. And let's take a look at our cows and pigs. Well, look at that. We got 139 pigs, and they are still reproducing. It is summertime, but I'm running a dev version of Seasons, a currently unreleased version. It may be out by the time this video airs because I am recording it a little bit in advance. And you can see now pigs reproduce in spring, summer, and autumn. So you're going to get a lot more productivity out of your pigs. The fact that they take a lot less crop now also to feed is going to mean that pigs are profitable now. Got 115 cows and they're reproducing one about every 2 days. Our pigs are about one every day. By the end of autumn, we should have ourselves several pigs. So let's see. Let's take a look at our prices. A little curious as to what our silage is doing. Silage is holding steady at 247. Okay. Wood chips are 85. They're up a little bit. And now we got to be really looking at our financial situation here. Let's take a look at Seasons and see where we think we are with silage price. A little higher than average, but it's not the highest we've seen. See that it kind of fluctuates, so never been too terrible. We might as well start selling that. And wood chips are on the rise. They'll peak. We need to be selling our wood chips later than normal. Cows are good. We're planning to probably need to get rid of our cows here at the end of autumn, and that's great because that's at their peak. And pigs, well, the end of autumn is the worst time to be getting rid of pigs, but thankfully not too far into winter, the pig price really spikes. So probably going to try to hold out and sell our pigs at some point into maybe into late early winter or early midwinter time frame. And something I've been really looking at here is the straw pellet price. So the bioheating plant buys straw pellets, and well, we got some fields of barley and of wheat, and right now the straw pellet price is at a low point. But look at that straw price, 804, higher than 804, whatever that was, per 1,000 liters of pellets. So I am really thinking about not making straw bales, because if we look at straw bales, price of straw bales is right now we're at our low point of, and it kind of makes sense we're at a low point because it's when people have straw that they're baling up. But we're under $54, so that was like 250 some dollars per bale of straw, and that's 4,000 liters. And straw pellets per 1,000 liters is just around $800. Now I know we don't get a 1-to-1 ratio when we talk about pellets, but that's definitely a better price for straw pellets than for straw bales. So we need to earn ourselves some money. We need to get some cash so we can buy the pellet press, what I call it. And well, that's why we're down here at the BGA. We're gonna sell off all of the. I guess we should turn around. This isn't the exit. Not gonna like us very much if we come out the entrance. So we're gonna need to sell off some silage to afford the pellet press, because the pellet press is pretty expensive. Pellet press is $280,000. So it's more money than we got now. And then we'll have to get molasses and water. Well, water is free. We'll have to get molasses. Go on with that. So that's going to be a little cost. So that's what we're looking to do. And just to give you a little bit of heads up here, anybody that's want to play this map for real and wants to automate the leveling of bunkers with course play, let me tell you something. I had the leveling course basically set to, you know, do the leveling here. Obviously, I had to do some manual leveling here to why it's so bumpy. But anyway, so it would come back here and it would pull up here by this way building to pause as, you know, a trailer came through the weigh scale and went through the bunker. Well, that was all well and good until I discovered that at night there's a car that shows up there. During the day, the car is parked there. During the night, there's a Bronco that parks itself right there. And oh, one day, I guess the tractor was over here waiting, and the trailer was here being weighed, and the car pops in, and next thing I know, I get the notice that the guy who's leveling is spinning. I come down here, and all four wheels are up off the ground, and he is basically centered on top of the car. I was like, are you kidding me? There was no way to get the guy off. I basically had to wait until morning before the car would just disappear. And then after a little bit, the tractor finally dropped on the ground and I could get back to leveling. Just a head of warning, don't pull all the way up in here, because there is a car that will pop in here at some point in time. Or record your leveling course when that Bronco is here, so you have a clue what's going on. Just a little heads up. Alright, so we are all ready to go. Brought our wheel loader over here to this side of the bunker. I think it will be easier to basically empty the bunker from over here, at least initially. And parked our truck way down there. And we're just for fun, we're going to go and see how much we can do this in first person. We are going to actually slow down time on purpose. I want to try my best to keep that Silo King running. Put the mod in that basically doesn't drop the price, assuming the Silo King is still running. Might be a little hard to get that going. I try. Because I know how much the price will drop. Going this scoop at a time. Oh, goody. At 15 times speed, we definitely wouldn't have been able to keep up. Looks like at 1x speed, we will be able to. Need the silage. Basically, we still need to buy our harvester for the wheat and the canola and the barley. Need to buy the pellet machine for our straw. So we're still going to need a fair amount of capital. So hopefully this will bring us in a good penny. Get basically 2,500 or so per scoop. Scoop is 10,000 liters. Okay. And we have 900,000 liters in here. That would be, it's not 900 scoops, it's 90 scoops. How that works? 90 scoops. So 90 scoops at 2,500. Well, I guess let's just say it's 100 scoops. 2,500 is 250,000, right? On my math right, or is it more than that? Let's just say 250,000. Oh, that's gonna need about that much for the pellet press, and I don't know how much the harvester is going to be. Some good. So, really don't get too much for the silage on hard mode. Really does make doesn't make silage very profitable, that's for sure. Be able to slow down here a little bit once this thing gets up to 50,000. Then we'll be able to check and look at prices. Really like this wheel loader. I had this wheel loader for a really long time. It's one of the earlier mods from the Giants Mod Hub. Don't see it used too often. Not really sure why. Pretty nice. At least I think it is. It doesn't have all those whiz-bang fancy IC and other things, but does the job. It's decent visibility. So, let's look at the shop while we're waiting for this. So we need our harvester. We're going to. Well, I was going to get this one, $358,000. We're only going to get $500,000. We're only going to get about $250,000 out of our silage pit here, and we're not going to be able to afford that and the header, and then the pellet press. Go with a different harvester. And again, we also have, well, we have some crop to sell, so we could sell our corn, our canola, and our wheat that we have still in the silo. Like this. Long reach. I suppose it's all reach on it. I think we've also got a great demand for canola. We do. We got 576. Let's check seasons. See how that price stacks up. Canola. 70. That's still no good. We're going to get a far better price toward the end of autumn, it looks like. So we'll just hold on to that canola. You're putting a hurting on the bunker. But we've only been doing this for about eight minutes, according to my recording counter. Managed to fill up the BGA. Let's check and see what our price is on silage. $244. It's been better. Take a look at that. So it's been better. It's not. It's been worse, of course, but it's been a little better. But not too much. I mean, it's right around there with a fair price. And I like this setup. You can see here we've got a hookup here at the bottom for liquid. And that is because the BGA also takes liquid slurry and manure. So obviously you would put your manure in the Silo King. You'd come up and hook your slurry tank up to that adapter there, that hose hookup, and deposit your slurry into the digester that way. So I'm really glad that, it might sound weird, but I am glad that we lost that crop. That is so cool. The reason I'm glad we lost the crop is because, yeah, I was starting to think that, yeah, you have to plant your crop at a specific time, and in theory, you know, your specific temperatures. So obviously, if you planted your crop earlier than you should have, then you would lose your crop. But I was starting to think that the game in seasons was kind of designed to automatically or guarantee that you would be at the right temperature you needed to be by the time the planting season was over. It's kind of like our first playthrough on this map. We hit 50 degrees a couple days before the end of the planting season. On this year, we hit 50 degrees basically the day after, possibly at midnight of the end of planting season. And while stuff didn't come up, I was thinking, well, maybe it was just delayed, and it would come up, you know, at the next seasonal transition. But I am really glad that it didn't, because it does show and it does kind of validate that there could be weather conditions outside of your control that could cause you to lose your crop. We were playing this map and playing it safe. We would have put sunflowers in. Could have put sunflowers in. We could have put more canola in, or barley, or more wheat, or heck, we could even put more potatoes in there, as opposed to the corn and soybeans. Could have put a field of corn in or one field of soybeans in, just as a, you know, let's see if we can get this crop. But you know, if we played it safe, then we would have a whole lot of wheat, a whole lot of barley, canola, and sunflowers, and we would have crop. But we gambled and we lost, and we pretty much lost big. So I think that is so awesome that we could, seasons, you could lose farm. Could literally lose your entire crop if you didn't pay attention to the weather, or if you truly had, you know, bad weather. For example, if you know what we had an exceptionally cool spring and early summer, or you could have an exceptionally wet autumn to the point that you just don't have enough time in the day to bring your crops in without the wet crop showing up. So that is pretty cool. And I am really glad that we did lose crop. That kind of shows, it kind of demonstrates that you do need to be careful. Seasons isn't engineered to make sure that you can, you know, definitely have crop, because if you choose poorly, you won't have crop. That is for sure. So we're going to go ahead, and for the next day or so, we're going to be down here at the BGA, emptying this bunker. And then, you know, we've got, that's about all we've got to do. We got to fertilize our grass fields, so we can do that in another episodes. But other than that, it's pretty much waiting until autumn. And then once autumn comes, we will have our wheat, have our barley fields, we'll have our canola field, and we'll have the straw to pelletize up. And we should have more grass. And, well, we don't need the hay bales, and we don't need the straw bales. So we're going to make the straw pellets. And we're going to probably bring the grass back down here for another go-round down at the BGA. To sell some more. And we're going to have to sell off our animals, and we're going to probably move out. We got other plans, other ideas. So that's what we're looking forward to. Can't wait to bring it to you. So if you liked the video, please consider smacking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and consider subscribing. That way you can get notifications of future content. Now go ahead and check out the guys down in my description. Doughboy is currently working to try to get to 500 subs, and he's getting there pretty good. He gets to 500 subs by Valentine's Day, which is literally right around the corner. Then he's going to do a giveaway. So go check out his channel. He does lots of really great stuff. He's doing a roleplay series on UMRV. He does lots of multiplayer sessions. Do a joint multiplayer session on UMRV with some other folks, Rubber Burner and Rockhound of Serenity Valley fame. Rockhound is the author of Serenity Valley. He's also the creator of the POW truck that we've got on the map. And my buddy Spectre, he comes in and helps us out. Great worker. Here's you go check out Doughboy and see if you can't give him some love, give him a couple subs. Try to help him get over that 500 hump. That'd be awesome. Also, I want you to go check out PCSG and 3 Dudes. They've got open multiplayer servers. And basically, if you're looking to play like-minded gamers that are into simulation-based gaming and into legitimate simulation-based gaming, not just getting on and screwing around and whatnot, I encourage you to go check out their open multiplayer servers. I try to stream the 3 Dudes open multiplayer server on Saturdays. For the first part of the year, I wasn't doing that because I was working on promoting the Skeleton map, which again, let me bring that up. Skeleton map, which should be out by the point that this video airs. I am recording this a little in advance, and as I am recording this, map is not quite out yet, but it should be out by the time this video airs. So go check out Skeleton. It's in the Giants Mod Hub. It's a cancer charity map, is what it is. Mappers Paradise is the group that put the map together, and what they're doing is they have arranged with Giants to donate all of the download proceeds from the download of the map to a cancer research charity in the UK. It is definitely a cause that many people can get behind. And I encourage you to go check out that map. Go check out my online streams of the map, so you know what the map is all about, know what the map looks like, and I encourage everybody to download it, even if you're not going to play it, because Giants pays for each download a little bit of money. It's probably pennies on the download, but if a whole bunch of people download it, then that's good for the charity. And also give it a good rating. If you are playing the map, rate the map a fair rating. Rate the map how you feel it should be rated. If if you feel it's worth 5 stars, please give it 5 stars. I know that's what I'm going to do, but don't. I'm not going to tell you to rate it 5 stars no matter what. I want you to give it a fair rating. I want you to feel like you're being pressured to give it a rating that you don't think it deserves. So, if you don't think it gets 5 stars, then don't give it 5 stars. But please do rate it, and please do download the map, because it is for a wonderful cause that pretty much affects many families. I don't think I know any family that I've interacted with in a long time that hasn't been affected by the vicious cancer issue. So that, I'm going to wish you all guys a fond farewell, and until next time, happy farming.